Hello everyone and welcome to another match of the 2022 Roulette Rivals World Championship. We are back with a Group H match for the second time today with Jokerj, and this time his opponent is Barbegue, so obviously we are going to Dartmoor again. This is going to be our first map, and then followed by Miami and an unknown third map. And the first pin is already here, but we can already talk about the co-caster here as well, the buff guy. Welcome.
Hey, brother. Honor to be here, man. So awesome. This, you go ahead and take the spin.
It's awesome despite it being a first Dartmoor spin, but we have Lawyer consume poison for Alexa. So we at least have a couple minutes, not just one, but maybe three.
Maybe almost 3 minutes. I can't believe it. Longest Dartmoor ever. Holy.
Getting the most
total
out.
finish?
I mean, that's the main thing, because the times will be the same. The difference here is that Joker did start 15 seconds earlier, and he's a quick planner, so this might win him the game, not just the loading time to the quick planning, but he still has to make this first try.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the problem here. This entire spin relies on who loads in first, and really nothing else. So it's unfortunate because this is Joker's best map. He's the only member of the community that loves it, and he's a pro at it. So it's unfortunate for Barb already. Like that little bit of planning is going to cost him, unfortunately.
It's just so hard to compete against Joker, who, like Phanium, I think they are the two main people who just so quick at the loading or the planning rather. Sorry, it's a bit different thing there, but
yeah, that's an entirely different skill altogether. Like the planning phase is just the way that they get that done so quick. They're the only two that are able to do that, like you said. Yeah, so it's really impressive to see that. But they do hang out a lot in the chats. So that has a lot to do with it. So
yeah, similar playstyles and the rivals and friends, or however you want to say it.
Friends, yeah, you could say that. Yeah. But Joker's already got the lawyer disguise here. Barb is getting the bodyguard disguise first. That's probably going to be switching a lawyer in a second here. Oh, he's going to opt to go get the tokens first, I guess.
That is a good point, yeah. So what is the timing here? I think it's 2:45, 2:35. So it's about a minute still.
Between 2:35, 2:45. It depends. Also, this type of kill depends on the kill animation, how long that's going to take. That can be a factor in this spin. Oh, Barb gets a rip. Oh, no.
This is the factor as well, the fact that they just seen the push of a button, the press there. Of course, these guards are usually outside when this happens, but they were inside and Barb was tucking behind there.
Yeah, and that would have affected Alexa's timing on the drinking anyways. Like he triggers the conversation she has in the bedroom, and then she takes even longer. So that was that's the reason you get the tokens for this spin. But unfortunately, so many players, just like even top level players like Barb, still are unaware of that fact, just because it's it's Dartmoor. So yeah. But look at that, Joker's already out first try. I mean, that's exactly between 2:35, 2:45 exactly. Look at that, 2:37.
Exactly what he wanted here, and takes the first 2 points. Unlike last time around, just 2 hours ago, where HITMAN took it with his first try against Joker's second try. Joker can take the lead here.
Gardner Fall too. That was interesting. That's a pretty standard, go up and isolate her in her office spin, and Joker ripped there. It was pretty unreal to see that. So he's probably going to be happy taking Dartmoor again this time.
Yep, and he's really looking at his win rate there. I think it was 5 out of 7, so now it's 6 out of 8. It's not 100% like before the tournament, but still, obviously, his map more than almost anyone. Well, I think anyone there.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only one that picked it every freaking match in his group. What a guy, man.
I mean, I think when Chrome does it for Mendoza, yes, it has its own charm. It's also not a fan favorite map. When Yanni does it for Haven, we can always expect 7 times of excitement, but this is 7 sprints from Dartmoor.
At least Yanni's got good taste, you know. Chrome, you know, he's a questionable character in general. Joker picking Dartmoor, I mean, that over and over again, he's just trolling his group is what he's doing. He doesn't even care if he wins at that point. He's just trying to troll everybody.
Yeah, and I think that made the draw funnier as well, because I think Joker said it in advance that he would pick it 7 times, so I think the seeds knew when they were drawn there that they should be facing at least one Dartmoor.
Brutal, man. I'm
I
so
think it's
glad
just funny. So many great stories in the group stage.
Yeah. Oh man. And I was blown away to see Joe take Dartmoor from Joker. That first Dartmoor loss that Joker has suffered was in this tournament, I believe, against Joe, right? In Dartmoor.
Yep, and I think it was the same situation. It's not like you can compete Joker's in-game time, and Osh couldn't either. But you can hope for a rip from the opponent. As evil as that sound, it is sometimes the only way to win a map.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you got a player like Joker who's top tier on Dartmoor. It's like the only map he practices every freaking day, and you know, he knows it like the back of his dick. So, or I don't know. Sorry, this is your story. He knows it like the back of his face. So you know, it's to be able to compete with Joker on a time level is just not in Dartmoor. You know, it's not feasible for most people. So. Like you said, so it's definitely. I'm happy to see that he ripped and gave Osh a fighting chance there, and then it still ended up being a photo finish in the end. Like that's just unbelievable, man.
Yeah,
this map.
That says a lot about both players and the map as well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, both incredible players in their divisions, so
that's for sure. And same group here, so we will take a look at the standings after this, and it could be that both. I guess all 3 of Osh, Barb, and Joker could advance, but it is a really exciting group, which we will see after. I think it's 15 seconds till Miami. Can't really say a lot about this map. It's still obviously a nice, usually straightforward, and a lot of disguises here. So curious to see which 2 we'll be getting here, if you want to run down the spin for us.
I'd love to, yeah. We got an interesting one here. We got Sierra Knox Electrocution as a Kronstadt mechanic. And oh man, Bobby with the old axe as the Aeon driver. This is gonna be sweet. I want to see them take the axe all the way from Sierra to Bobby with no guard disguise. That would be so cool.
And they almost have to. I mean, the alternative is just bringing the axe as a guard and then all the way back for Aeon driver. That's just a recipe for an in-game time loss.
Absolutely, yeah. If you waste your time and grab a guard disguise, you're screwing yourself. You have to. And I got a note real quick about Barb. This tournament, he has shown an incredible jump in skill. The guy has been putting in a shit ton of time in practice on stream and probably off stream, and he's steamrolling the competition this time around. Barb has really become a force. So I you know, I take my hat off to him for that. You know, I didn't want to miss this match because both these players are so incredibly skilled, and Barb has come such a long way in such a short time. So
I definitely agree. I think the good rookies are always nice to see, but the breakout performance from our returning rivals, our veterans, and this is really Barb's journey so far. This is his 4th match, 3 matches, 3 wins so far. Needs 2 maps to keep this streak alive, but so far his group stage has been phenomenal.
Yeah, it's unreal. I love seeing that from, like you said, somebody who's, you know, established themselves in the community, and he's got a huge presence. Everybody knows, everybody loves Barb. You know, he's a great guy. He's a great caster, great friend of mine. You know, I didn't want to miss this match because, you know, I get to cast with my homie in for fun. I get to talk. You know, talk about Barb, my good friend, and then you know, Joker's like the son that I'd never want, you know. So
definitely, everyone is a nice person, but has his own role in the community. Joker's great as well, but as a Dartmoor vicar, I'm sure you have his own opinion about him.
Nah, I love Joker. Him and I give each other shit all the time. It's just, it's awesome. He's for a guy that's his age, it's pretty fun that how much he can dish it out and he can take it really well. I gotta say, it's pretty cool.
Always up for some banter. But yeah, about this Mendoza, oh my god, I'm tainted by it. It is Miami, of course. And
Miami,
Yeah, a lot of preparation here, but neither of them using the more conventional order of approach. Could be an early Sierra execution, which didn't happen on either side.
Yeah, that's a switch. We usually see diverging strats from both the players in Miami. That's the whole. It's the interesting part about Miami. It's like, you know, almost every single time this map comes up, one person goes for Sierra first, the other person goes for Bobby first. And you would think that Sierra first would be ideal for this spin, just because everything is on her side of the map, but and Bobby's on a leash. But yeah, they both decided to take the same approach.
Joker with a sizable restart there. He was knocking out this event security, and I would assume it would some sort of a body hack through this nylon.
Oh, the curtain thing.
The curtain thingy, yeah, because it turned red. Maybe even before the knockout. It was really strange, and no picture-in-picture sadly either.
Brutal. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And you rip that far into the spin. I think he was, what, 2.5, 3 minutes into the spin. That's already a huge deal. You do not want to be ripping three plus minutes into a spin. That's huge. You know, a couple of, you know, a minute, 30 seconds, that's fine. You can easily recover from that. You can usually come back and be faster as soon as you load in the second time, because you already know what you're ready to do. But you know, 2 or 3 minutes, that's a big deal. So Barb's got a sizable lead now, but don't count Joker out yet. We still have to see how they're going to take the old axe all the way to Bobby. That could be a huge upset. So
yeah, it's a big challenge. I wonder who will be, dare I say, greedy there and just take it all the way there, or doesn't pay enough attention. But I think Joker's replan is Joker's Reap is a blessing in disguise because of this replan. Because it seemed like he got the Aeon driver, but he's going back to Robert there. I thought he would go for like an early Sierra execution. That just doesn't seem to happen today.
he does not want to risk the old axe grab. Is he gonna take Bobby out? And then what's he doing here? He's grabbing scissors.
Don't quite understand, yeah.
No idea.
This might just be his first thrown item of the map, but he could get a non-lethal right here. He wants to get this security.
Oh, wow, okay. Fair enough. I mean, if you don't know the routing to take the axe, like the battle axe to Sierra or the old axe to Bobby, then this is fair. Yeah, not a bad idea from Joker here. Barb, on the other hand, has still quite a sizable lead. He is going to get the electrocution kill on Sierra any second now. This is such a fantastic spot to get her here.
And this is so impressive. Sorry, go ahead.
No, sorry, it's okay. Opted to stop Moses' Lee car. So Sierra ended up winning the race, and she'll be out first. I mean, she comes out first anyways, but if you stop her car first. But either way, this is very nice from Barb here. Look at that kill. I think that was recently discovered too. When was that? Do you remember when that was discovered?
It was first shown in one of this year's regular RRs, so it's definitely this year. Just goes to show how well prepared Barbegue is, and I'm Joker doing the same, but I think that was more expected from the RR finalists. Barbegue came prepared for this whole tournament, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. He is just, like I said, steamrolling the competition. It's unreal. And pausing here, I guess he's trying to figure out where the Aeon driver is. He is an annoying NPC in this map because there is only one of them, and he is just kind of chilling off by himself in the lounge, unsuspectingly. Like you wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't think to look at him at first glance that he's even a unique disguise or something you need to interact with it all. You know, it's
it's a non-issue for this map until you start to play roulette and becomes a disguise. Now this could be troublesome for Bar because that is not a briefcase with the emetic device there, and I don't see any emetics for him, so this will be really difficult for him to get.
Ooh. Yeah, that's scary. He didn't bring an emetic mine. Oh no. He should still be able to snail him here and grab him behind the Oh man, if that is a thing, I've never seen anyone do that, but if that was a thing, that would be a highlight moment for sure.
It's almost like the question, do we want to risk this, which is like an almost certain failure, but as you say, tucking behind the corner, just like Barb does, could be possible, I just wouldn't. It's not likely, but what else can you do if you're 6.5 minutes in and you have no other way to get these guys?
Yeah, yeah, it's almost worth the shot, to be honest. I mean, medic his drink, yeah, but then he's got to go grab a waiter disguise.
I wanted to mention that drink. For it used to be, or it felt like the cycle is shorter. Oh my god! But now you have
Oh,
to wait a lot for the drink. Oh, Barb is really trying this one.
oh man. Oh, if he plants the snail now, he better be able to get the waitress out of the way too. Oh, drop the snail here.
This could get a lot of real NPCs, but of course you can see there are like 10 of them in this room. I think Barb is looking at this one.
Oh my god, he's doing it! He's
5
doing
of them
it.
will go down.
Oh man, I'm holding my breath right now. This is so cool. Oh man, come on, please let this work. Oh no!
But I think this was as close as it can get. There is just... You need to win a lottery for this one. So unfortunate for Barb that he didn't have any Matic, and this could cost him the map after such well preparing for this electrocution kill.
Brutal. That was... Oh, that could have been so epic had he got that done. Man, that would have been a highlight for sure. Damn it. Well, I mean...
Oof.
Oh, he's replanning with the waiter start, though. This could still keep him in the game, I think.
Yeah, the strats are getting closer and Jokerj is doing this long back and forth. It's not something that we lose in 5.5 minutes, but we need to keep in mind that this is a thing. He now has the old X and he's bringing it to the Kronstadt Bayside Center, and he has the Aeon Driver somewhere else as well, so just a few minutes of running for Jokerj left.
Yeah, he's motoring right now. Joker's definitely on the way. This is his map to lose at the moment. We got a quick restart from Barb again. Damn it. Oh, I think the nerves are starting to get to him now.
Yeah, I think it can be really frustrating. He might have just not thought about the disguise enough, and it's something I do as well, the driver and the mechanic, I switch those up, or even the Aeon driver and another driver, which are much more easy to get, and he was looking at the Kronstadt, or sorry, the Kavun driver first, which would be so much easier to isolate, but sadly wasn't the case here.
Yeah, oh man. Just the simple fact that with the, that little differences like that, Kavun driver, you don't need to bring anything, whereas the Aeon driver, you almost certainly need at least some type of an medic to deal with that guy. It's unfortunate, and they're just a few NPCs apart from each other too.
Yeah, and if you want to add something else to the mix, there is the Fleck driver who is giving the interview, and then it's your decision if you want to use a pneumatic for him or a snail or anything in between. So it just every disguise here is its own story, and it makes Miami such an interesting map despite how linear it can get.
You're selling me on Miami. It's fun.
It's not really everyone's cake, but it is one of my favorites.
It's a great map. I don't spend as much time on this map as I should, but I do enjoy it. I would never talk shit about Miami unless I was joking. It's not Mendoza level trash. So
yeah, and I'm not gonna say that every map has its own charm, but most.
But most, yeah.
And we can leave it at that.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good way to put it. The Joker's going to be waiting here a little bit longer than we typically do, since Bobby has to come up all the way above the stairs, but he is in the right disguise. He does have the axe. The cameras are taken out. Sierra is down, and Barb still has to isolate Sierra. Well, not isolate her, but he has to get the kill set up. He still has to get the Aeon driver. He hasn't even gotten the axe yet. Like, the only hope Barb has right now is if Jokerj rips.
Exactly. Sadly for him, we might not even see Barb's old X adventure potentially as the Aeon driver, but if he were to do that, he could be challenging Joker's in-game time, but Jokerj will be finishing sub 9 here, and sadly it won't matter if Barb has a sub 8 on his hands, because Jokerj has this map now.
Yeah, exactly. Although he's not opting to move Bobby's body, that could... I don't see it being an issue, but he's already pressed done, and that's over. Yeah, that's Joker taking the map and effectively winning this match.
Yep, and I think that's... I should say that it's a 3-match streak for Barb that has ended with a... Oh, Joker's back. But I think the fact that Barb has done so well, and he can still get 2 points from here. Next up is China. But still so many matches to play, and Barb is definitely forced to advance here. And not done here yet, of course.
Yeah, it's a shame to see a streak that Barb worked his ass off to get end like that. But if you're gonna end the streak, you might as well end it to the top player in your division. So no shame in that. And Barb still is playing fantastically. The only issue he had with Miami was he brought the snail and not the emetic mine. Just misplanned. That's all it was. He had that. I'm sure he would have taken that map had he planned properly. But well done, both players there, regardless. And now we're on to Chongqing. What's your view on Chongqing in for fun?
It's I have a soft spot for maps, and I think this is where we will disagree a lot. Which can be formulaic, which can be made straightforward, because this is my style of play. If I can see the spin and just do them in the order, so that makes 2 target maps my favorite. And I think China lately, with certain drone timings, which actually Joker showed me, can be made really smooth, and so many spins can be done at before the 3-minute mark, which just really reignited my map for this map. But of course it can get also very tricky here, which is also nice to see. So how about yours?
I've always been in love with Chongqing. I aesthetically speaking, I think this is the best looking map in the entire trilogy. It's beyond gorgeous. And I really enjoy the targets as well. I like the interaction that you can force them to do. The five drone lure with Imogen is a pain in the ass to do with the controller, but man, is it if you can get the shots off right, it's like you said, you can get a lot of spins done sub 3. So with proper drone timing, and that brings a lot of intrigue into it. You know, there's so many cool approaches to this one. It's definitely one of the highlight maps in the third entry in the third season, you know, like Hitman 3. So
Yeah, it works for so many game modes, and luckily also delivers on the roulette front, because it would be a bit more shame if it's a casual friendly map, which is perhaps even a nice farewell to a trilogy, but it doesn't work for roulette.
yeah, it's I mean, we've got enough casual friendly maps in Hitman 3, I think. You know, Dubai is a glorified tutorial mission. You got
Right.
Dartmoor, Dartmoor. You got Mendoza, which is more or less a fan service map more than anything else. It's a harken back to Hitman Blood Money. So it's nice to see some maps in Hitman 3 like Ambrose, China, Berlin. They're very competitive maps as far as Hitman 3 goes for all tiers of players. So,
Yeah.
really.
Not a lot of sandbox for roulette, but the 3 that we have here definitely deliver. But of course, shorter maps have their own different place, I guess. It's just for different people, for different occasions, I guess.
Yeah, it's they all have their purpose except for Dartmoor, but they all have their purpose, and they're all fun in a specific way. But I really enjoy the competitive aspect of Chongqing. I think it's grown on a lot of players as well as the time has gone by. I've noticed more and more people that used to be not big fans of it are starting to come around and really enjoy themselves on it. Like Frody, for example. As far as I know, I think he likes the map now. He used to hate this one, so.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just being cracked open in general, with more stress to be found. There's not a lot of new ones, but they get more smoother. I wonder what we will get here. It's a suit spin here with Hush Garden forgets facility security, and Imogen Royce allowed explosive weapon in the suit.
Okay, definitely a balcony start, no question about that. Yeah,
Gotta
this
get
is
that
cool.
garden fork.
Can easily get Hush dealt with and shoot out the drone. Maybe as soon as you start the map, shoot the drone out, get Imogen to the top of the stairs, and save yourself a little bit of time there. Or Or you can always shoot the drone before the 330 mark, and she'll isolate herself in a little spot behind a wall where you can just trank her in her guard or knock out her in her guard and just exit using the what's it called? The dongle exit down in the facility there.
I
Like
think that
sub 4.
should be the approach there. With that timing, you can't really do much to Hush here. The back and forth twice would be too much too early. But a drone shot as early as possible could very nicely chain up the Hush ISO with the Imogen ISO as well. You can't really loud explode her. But yeah, it won't be a record spin. It will be a bit of back and forth, but it can be very nicely optimized.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, interested to see what Joker does here. He's gonna. Oh, he does a nice bullet distract for Hush there. Don't get seen dragging that body. Makes it so he doesn't have to worry about the target lockdown for Imogen. Well done.
Wow. He looks a lot older.
We'll be working for better in terms of timings. Yeah, I'm just curious how it will happen. He's leaving the suit up here, but I think that just makes sense. He will go down to ISO Imogen, get the facility security, and he still has to go up here anyway. Oh, but the crowbar here will be heard, and I was afraid of that.
Oh, that test subject always sees that. You completely forget that she exists, and then you open that door like that. Oh, man. Little details, like he just needed to go around, take a left, and go around the block guards in the back there by the kitchen area there, and he would have been fine. But that puts Barb in a convincing lead, kind of isolating Hush the exact same way Joker did. He gets red guns. Oh, from Hush. Okay, he's good.
From Hush, and the lockdown as well is because of Hush, because he didn't move enough from the laptop screen, and Imogen will be on a lockdown, but it has no repercussions for the rest of the map. I think Barb just has to shoot a drone and wait at a different position if he wants to do that first.
Funny enough, he's actually going to... I mean, this approach is viable as well, 100%. He's going to bring his suit downstairs, switch into the facility engineer, or facility security, come back up, kill Hush. He's already shot the drone. By the time he gets back downstairs, he just needs to set up the kill for Imogen. The street guard's in his way now. That sucks. But I definitely see where Barb's going with this strat. This makes sense, too. Both players' approaches are viable. I want to see which one's faster.
Yeah, I wonder if the Imogen lockdown, to my knowledge, it doesn't really delay her, because the tier 1 security hub, where she goes to lockdown, is already closer to this entrance which Barb is looking at, so he's not losing a lot of time. So I feel like the minute 20 he has is still a lead, but the fact that Joker doesn't have the lockdown on her will be putting the two together a bit closer.
Did he lock Imogen down? I thought that was a Hush lockdown.
So you might be right about it, but I didn't see any changes on Hush's behavior. He was just turning there, and I've seen the body found right before and during the KO animation. So maybe he didn't have the time to lock down either. And there she is, so I think you're right.
Yeah, I think because he threw something off to the side for Hush, which immediately ends the conversation, and then the screen for Imogen goes black at that point. So I don't think he has a lockdown on Imogen right now. So
I was under the impression that he's still too close to the laptop and that Imogen should be there, but you're right, the call ends immediately. So it's good for Barb, and looks an even bigger lead now with the correct disguise for the Hush kill.
Yeah, this is looking really good for Barb. And he's going to go down the slightly faster way down to the labs here. It's also much more convenient to get what's his name? Vincent?
Is
it Vincent?
It is, yes.
Vincent, yeah. So he's going to get Vincent from behind here, Growth, and he's going to get Imogen set up and probably detonate on exit right by the scooter. So I'm liking the approach from Barb here. Although Joker is hot on his heels, and he's going to have the faster. Interesting.
This isolation, but look at this direction. I think that's what surprised you as well. I've seen it before that they come through that area, but oh, it's the lockdown. No, it can't be the lockdown this time around for Joker. It's just some very specific timing that they come from the left, I guess.
Yeah. I wonder what the oh, he's not opting to drag Imogen's body to the middle of the wall. That could be a problem. There's a female cook that will come into the area soon, and she most likely will see her body. And he's getting whoosh from her right now. So this may be a bad thing for Joker here.
It's my worry as well, and I think this could really go either way here in terms of Joker ripping or not, let alone the map going either way. Barb does have this 20 to 30 second lead because he's at the top of these stairs and actually in the block now, both with the Imagine setup and Barb getting this first kill of the match, of the map.
Yeah, beautifully done. Really nicely done. And he even manages to avoid June Lee. She was in that horrible position where she could turn around on a dime and see you and go back to her little laptop. She scribbles down on something on a piece of paper on her clipboard for like 10 to 69 seconds. You have no idea how long it's going to take for her. And then she randomly will turn around like a
twice at
immediate
least.
180.
Yes. Just has to look at her surroundings, obviously.
Yeah, so nice awareness from Barb there, avoiding that one. But he gets the kill, like you said, on Hush. And
but there is a problem on the minimap. This will be a body found. It didn't check the lady who will investigate the bodies, and this will rip him. Ah, Joker.
Oh,
Didn't
no.
check the minimap for the frontal KO, for the photo kill.
Joker, oh man. And June Lee, of course it's June Lee. Yeah, the worst NPC in the freaking game, man.
Yeah, talking to the test subject there, sealed the deal. Customer is 3 seconds to hope for no red guns, but Barbegue has it anyway. I was gonna say that he would have had the map either way because Joker was still looking at the scooter exit. Although he did get his suit back earlier, he didn't want to go exit balcony. So, well played by Barbegue either way, and a well-deserved third map.
Absolutely, that was beautiful. Well done from both players. That was just a minor miscalculation on Joker's end. Both players kind of miscalculated on separate maps here. I mean, Barb miscalculated with the planning in Miami. Joker miscalculated with the Hush isolation here on Chongqing. And it was, you know, I gotta say, man, I'm so impressed with Barb, man. He's blown me away. Right? It's so sick to see how, like, he is so fucking good now. It's so awesome. Pardon my French. Sorry, man. I know it's extreme. My bad. Sorry, bro.
He is a force to be reckoned with, and I think we shall look at these groups as well, because these will be... The group of death is always a difficult matter, which would be, but this is the hardest to call so far. TK47, 23 points in the lead. Barbegue, 18 points in 5th place. That's 5 points between 5 players, and only 4 can advance to the KO stage.
Unreal. Jesus. So,
yeah.
Group H. Okay, I'm just checking the brackets on my end too. So,
yeah.
TK47 and Osh both have 23 points with. Oh wow, Adam's got 5 matches and 23 points. Osh has 6 matches and 23 points. Wow. Adam, that's my boy, bro. That's my star people right there.
So it feels like TK has a step ahead, but rather Osh is a step behind, because Joe and Joker are on 5 matches and 20 points. So with a win, they would overtake Osh. And there's Barb, who is currently 5th with 18 points, but only 4 matches played. He, with 1 sweep, could take the lead and be on the same amount of matches played as TK, Joe, and Joker. Incredible group.
Easily, yeah. With 1 sweep, he could be go from 5th to 1st and have the same matches played. That is cool, man. That just goes to show how well he's doing this tournament, you know. And he's in a, look at this group. This group is full of freaking killers. Look at this.
This is the insane part, that one of these 4 won't make it to the KO stage. I think that's the most ridiculous sentence you can say now.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, there's no way that oh man. I mean, I'm not super familiar with the bottom 3 players on the list, but I know that they're rookies, brand new. You know, I hope you guys are at least enjoying yourselves and having fun with the tournament. But the other guys are established players, super incredibly talented when it comes to roulette. And to not see one of these names advance would be ridiculous.
And it is guaranteed to happen. I think it will be exactly one name, because Puck, Leoperk, and Kalame are very much behind. Kalame out of contention, but these 3 players will play each other still, so they can still get the map wins, the match wins, they can have their own fun, and they will be I can't guarantee it, but I hope they will be casted because that will be their moment to shine. But yeah, these 5 for the next 12 days will be a joy to watch.
Absolutely, and keep in mind, everybody who's a rookie and hasn't taken part in too many tournaments yet. Every map win you get goes towards your overall score as a player on the leaderboards. So it doesn't matter if you don't advance to relegation for this tournament. These points will still push you forward in the coming tournaments for the next year. So for Roulette Rivals 10 and everything, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know that this has something to do with where you're seated, right? Like these points still have something to do with where each player gets seated for the next tournament, or no?
So I'm not exactly sure if it goes both ways. I don't think this has effect on the regular RRs, but I do want to say something. This will have an effect on the KO stage, and I don't think this was mentioned a lot, but I have confirmation from admins now, and I think this will be mentioned in the not too distant future. I'll talk about it as well. But the placement in the groups matter. There will be a second reshuffle after the group stage, and how should I say this quickly? The first place finisher of each group will face a fourth place finisher from the other group. So you do want to place as high as possible to get an opponent from the down seed as possible. And then that will be randomized between groups.
Right. Yeah, so it'll be A, B will be paired up, C, D, etc., and so forth.
I think even that will be randomized as well, so you really don't know what's going to happen. That was last year when it was predetermined that A1 will play H4, but now it's just some first place against some fourth place, which is really scary when you think about it. So the two players just not knowing their first opponent before it's time.
Yeah, I mean that's the best part about RRWC, man. I love that because it doesn't matter, who your opponent is going forward once you hit relegation. You're literally up against the best of the best. These guys eliminated everybody else in their groups. They're the top 4 players in their groups, so you know that doesn't matter who you're facing, they're all going to be good. So that's exciting and could be terrifying for a lot of people too. I'm pumped, man. It's gonna be sweet.
People are feeling pumped and nervous and stressed and excited. And yes, it will start in 12 days. So many matches to play until then. But yeah, just one more point about the KO stages. Every single match will be first to 6. No one RNG map can ruin your day because you will need to win 3 to advance. And every single round will be a battle.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's going to be so sick. So pumped. Hey, it's for fun. How you feeling about this tournament? And I think some random douchebag peer pressure a little bit.
It is brought up after all. Yes, I wasn't going to enter, of course, but well, it's not you either. But I've heard a lot of nice words, which made me reconsider at a very late date. Which so far I'm not regretting, but there is still the KO stage, which where everything can go wrong, including my mental health. Anyway,
the mental health. Yeah.
This was the last match of Tuesday. I almost didn't remember which day it is. And you can see the Wednesday matches here. It's 5 so far in my time zone and 2 more in the American time zone. So basically, I lost the mathematics here, but 7 here, at least guaranteed. Who joined here?
Yeah.
Don't join me, guys, please. We are wrapping up here.
Yeah, we was gonna raid you, but it turns out after your guys' matches end really quickly than us R1.
Nice, well, we're still alive, but yeah, we'll end very soon as well. But yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, 7 matches here, but the one important thing that I wanted to tell here is that we will have an extra stream here in 20 minutes. Not here, it's going to be hosted by Fraud7, and there will be a group stage recap after basically the first half of the group stage is completed. This is the end of the 12th day and 12 more days to go. Fraud, Yanni and Observer will be looking at all 8 groups and talk about what happened so far and make their own predictions and look at the future matches. I think it's going to be very nice as well.
Oh man, I hope they talk some shit about my horrible performance against I Like Hitman in my best freaking map. They gotta say some nasty things about me. At least 1 or 2 shitty things.
Yeah, there you go. I think there will be a lot of talk and maybe banter or even shit talk. There you go, I say that. So I need to end it here. I can't. I think you would be the person to make this 20 minutes longer, but I do have to end it here, and we'll just tune in when the Fraud stream goes live. Thank you so much, Bob, for joining me.
Yeah, dude, it's been an honor, man. I really appreciate you letting me join in on this one. Can't wait to do more.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a long tournament, and I'm sure we will do more. And I would like to thank GK Punk for admin this one, and our players, Joker and Barbegue, for playing. All three maps were beautiful. Thanks to everyone for showing up, and yeah, check out the next stream and check out the next half of the group stage when it happens. See you, everyone.
Take care, everybody.